With hope in our eyes, we search through the skies, waiting for our own friend. With loved ones nearby and our spirits high, a blessed time we'll spend. In both love and in fear, to Allah we draw near, hands raised to the sky. Oh Allah, please forgive us and guide us to paradise. Ramadan is here, Allah's mercy is near. Time to give, time to share, time to show we care, 'cause Ramadan is here. All day and all night, noble words will recite, here in our hearts with Quran, revealed on the night of power, a guide for this world till the end. Like past nations have done, we'll fast for the one Creator, from Him shines all light. Oh Allah, please forgive us and guide us to paradise. Ramadan is here, Allah's mercy is near. Time to give, time to share, time to show we care, 'cause Ramadan is here. With friends and family, we'll break bread and be thankful for all we have, spending our nights in prayer, a chance for a brand new path, a month to let go of grudges we hold, time to make it right. Oh Allah, please unite us and guide us to paradise. Oh, and guide us to paradise. Ramadan is here, Allah's mercy is near. Time to give, time to share, time to show we care, 'cause Ramadan is here.
Is that my good friend Curious George? Have you come back for Ramadan? Have you quarantined? Are you vaccinated?
Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak to all of our attendees who are joining us tonight. Alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed us with another opportunity to gather together to celebrate this blessed month. Indeed, there is no other time of the year like the time of Ramadan. And Alhamdulillah, we are kicking off this Ramadan with our children's program here at NBIC virtual online program. And we're hoping that you will join us throughout the entire month as we celebrate and commemorate and enjoy the month of Ramadan. Just this weekend, I just want to remind everyone that our next program, children's program, will be a late night program and a special event this Friday. Inshallah ta'ala, we want to make sure everybody enjoys and everybody joins us online. Tell your friends and your family and make this an enjoyable experience for all. Now, many of you who were with us last year Remember that we had an unexpected guest, and that unexpected guest actually ended up quarantining with me for the Ramadan quarantine 2020. Well, to my surprise, just today, out of nowhere, as you just witnessed, he came back. Yes, we are honored to have with us once again our special guest to join us in NBIC Ramadan 2021, Curious George. Welcome back, Georgie. So glad to see you. So glad you could make it. So glad you are joining us once again for this month of Ramadan. Are you excited? Are you really excited? All right. We're so honored to have our friend and good friend, Curious George, with us. Curious George, just so there's, for the sake of complete clarity, is it true you're vaccinated? All right. That's great. We want to make sure as many of us in the community who can get vaccinated as quickly as possible. George is setting such a good example of making sure he's vaccinated. And inshallah ta'ala, I guess he may be staying with us a few days here and being with us for NBIC 2021. So, George, I noticed you came with a bag, right? Is this your traveling bag? That was yours, right? And you came out of the woods with your bag and seemed like you were hiking and traveling for a long time to be with us once again. Was it difficult? Was it hard? All right. Okay, let me see what you have in your bag. What did you bring here in your bag? What do I see here? Do I see you brought some dates? You brought your dates? You're not going to be eating bananas, are you? You're going to be eating dates this Ramadan, right? Instead of your bananas. How fantastic. I noticed you only brought a few dates, though. I think you're expecting me to cook the food for you, right? And provide the rest of the dates? All right. All right. But you got a few to last you. Make sure we always have our dates, right? Special dates for Ramadan. What else do you have here in this bag? Oh, my gosh. Is this your Ramadan thobe? Yeah? Wow, this is extra, extra, extra large. Very good. Beautiful thobe for you, Mr. Curious George. And this is for when you do your prayers? All right. Okay, let's see. What else did you bring in this bag of yours? Oh my gosh. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Did you actually go and purchase your NBIC Ramadan prayer kit? Wow. Talk about being prepared. Remember our NBIC Ramadan prayer kit? Fantastic, George. I'm so proud of you. What do we have here in our Ramadan kit? We have a beautiful NBIC prayer mat, right? And this with the NBIC logo, and you can pray on this throughout the whole month of Ramadan. And even if you're not at NBIC during Ramadan, or you can't make it to the Taraweeh or some of the other prayers, not a problem. Because with this prayer mat, guess what? You take NBIC with you wherever you pray. Look at this beautiful thing. Beautiful carpet, prayer carpet, right? This one seems, maybe it's a little bit small for George. We need to get you a special order, extra large one, right? But this is the prayer carpet, and you can zip it up and pray. Fantastic. And then look what you have here. Wow. You have the bag. If you do come to NBIC, you can keep your shoes in. Nice drawstring bag. Fantastic. And one of the most special parts of this, and I see, George, you got a faulty bag. No problem. The last thing in the bag was, nothing in the bag. Okay. But we had an NBIC limited edition mask. Here it is. It fell down. Haha. Look at this. All right. Are you ready for this? To be styling your NBIC limited edition Ramadan 2021 mask with the nice NBIC green logo, right? Is that what you got, NBIC? You got that as well. Fantastic. All in your Ramadan prayer kit. And did you get that online on the NBIC website? All right. So you can go and get that on the NBIC website. Let's see what else we have here. Fantastic. All right. Oh, wow. Oh, Georgie, I see what you did. Look what Curious George brought with us today. It is the book. It's Ramadan Curious George. Curious George, is this your favorite Ramadan book? Is it because you like the story, or is it because you're in it? I think it's because he's in it. What do you think? Yeah. But it's Ramadan Curious George. And we like to begin our Ramadan here at NBIC in the children's program with this beautiful story of how Curious George experiences and learns something of the month of Ramadan. And so we're going to read that together. Myself and our good friend George here, who's wearing our beautiful NBIC shirt as well, right? Big fan of NBIC, aren't you? All right. Yes, George is. All right. Fantastic. So sit back, relax, and let us listen to It's Ramadan, Curious George. A special month. George can't wait for tomorrow when the month of Ramadan will start. It's a special time of year for his friends, and George is going to take part. George and Kareem are so busy helping to cook and bake sweets. With a good little monkey joining in, soon there's a big pile of treats. Kareem is going to try fasting, a day without food or drinks. George is curious. Can Kareem do it? He'll need some help, George thinks. You like that, Curious? All right, you like that, George? A little more exciting? Yeah, okay. Day of fasting. Uh-oh, let's see what happens here. George is asleep in his bed when Kareem's alarm starts to beep. Kareem wakes for an early meal, though the sun is fast asleep. Right when we wake up for suhoor. Later, when it's lunchtime, Kareem reaches for a piece of bread. Wait, no food until sundown. George keeps him busy instead. Good job, George, right? We don't eat during the daytime. That's right. All right. What is the sound George is hearing? It's a rumbling from Kareem's tummy. Kareem must be hungry. George drags him away from the kitchen. Whatever is cooking smells yummy. Isn't it nice to smell the food in the house? Oh, I'm sure you love that, right? As our parents are cooking our food. Do you cook sometimes, George? I think you just usually eat. You're the taste tester? I can see that. Okay. All right. Waiting for sunset. Everyone gathers together as the sun begins to set. The minutes tick by slowly. It still isn't dark enough yet. Oh, that's the time, right? When we get ready for what? We get ready for our dates, right? We get ready for our dates because we're waiting for sunset. Finally, it's time to break fast. Kareem snacks on a sweet date. Then he takes a big gulp of milk as George loads more treats on his plate. I did it, George, cheers Kareem. George nods. He's glad to be there. The room is filled with happiness and the peaceful sounds of prayer. Right? Prayer. We got our dates, prayer rug, right? Best time when you eat the date and you feel like after a long day of fasting, being thankful to Allah for the food we're about to eat and the prayer we're about to do. It's dinner time. I think that's your favorite part, Georgie. Now it's time to eat dinner. The spread on the table looks great. With something special for everyone, this meal was well worth the wait. Look at all the great choices: kebabs, curry, veggies, and rice. George spots a big pizza and takes out a hot, cheesy slice. Whoa, look at that. George, is pizza your favorite? Yeah, not big on the curry kebabs? No? All right. You're all about the pizza, right? Pizza and bananas. And of course, dates, though. Dates in this month. All right. Now that the meal is over, the best treat has been saved for last. Chocolate dipped bananas to celebrate Kareem's first fast. Whoa, look at that. Chocolate dipped bananas. Isn't that awesome? But I think it's more to celebrate George's first fast, right? He likes the bananas. But that's great, right? And one of the things you can do with dates is you can dip them in different things and put nuts with them and eat all sorts of things. But chocolate covered bananas sounds great to me. Sharing with others. Kareem invites George to the mosque. They gather to do a good deed. Together they make food baskets to share with others in need. Oh, so nice. Helping others. Well, look at George join the action. He knows how to lend a hand. And when he spies a shelf full of shoes, George comes up with a plan. That's nice. George is helping out. So good to be helpful in the month of Ramadan. No, George, the Imam says with a laugh. Those shoes belong to us here, but you gave me a great idea. We'll add a clothes drive next year. What was George doing? He was taking all the people who were praying, he was taking their shoes to give it to the poor, right? That was a very nice thing you wanted to do, but you should buy shoes or get shoes for the poor, not from the people who are praying, though, right, George? Now you learn. Oh my gosh, spotting the moon. So now we went through the month of Ramadan. George had a lot of iftars, a lot of dates, a lot of fun, a lot of prayers. And now we come to the end. Spotting the moon. Ramadan is almost over. The special month will soon end. Will end soon. George and the man search the sky to catch a glimpse of the moon. There it is! George points. He found it. A thin crescent shining bright. Tomorrow is the Eid festival, but the celebration will start tonight. Wow. Right? We start the fast and we end the fast in the month of Ramadan with the sighting of the moon. Do you know that song? Well, we've scanned the sky and we've sighted the moon. Such a beautiful song, right? You can look it up online. Dawood Ornsby, one of my all-time favorites and one of George's favorites, Ramadan songs. Kareem gives George a gift. New clothes for Eid, he says. It's a fancy vest for George, and for the man, a yellow fez. Wow. Let's get new clothes for Eid. On Eid, we should try to get new clothes, best dressed in our best clothes. But we're looking at that. That's what? That's about, we got a counter here. That's about 28 days till Eid, inshallah. Okay? But it's coming, and we want to make sure we're dressed nicely when we celebrate on Eid. The Eid celebration. Happy Eid, the holiday is here. The mosque is busy and loud. Everyone is dressed in their finest. What a good-looking crowd. George greets Kareem with a hug and spends the day with his friend. After hours of feasting and fun, they are sad that Eid has to end. Oh, it's sad when Eid comes, right? It's happy because you're celebrating, but you also feel sad that Ramadan goes, right? Yeah. But soon it's time to go home. As the moon returns to the skies, George thinks of his first Ramadan and smiles as he closes his eyes. How beautiful is that? That was really nice, George. You did a fantastic job in this story, right? Your first Ramadan, first time fasting. Although I think last year was your first Ramadan, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah. But this is your book. Many of our children out there, this might be your first time fasting. This might be your first time in Ramadan. This might be your first time that you're doing a full day. Maybe it's your first time you're doing a half day, right? Whatever your parents tell you to do or have you do, inshallah, you should do it to the best of your ability. Sometimes it's a little bit hard. That's true. Sometimes you can feel a little bit hungry in the day. That's true too. But guess what? By the end of the day, when you get your meal, when you drink that water, you feel such joy and happiness, right? And this is one of the beauties of Ramadan. So we want to make sure we try our best to fast as many days as possible. And we want to make sure that we fast as many half days as possible. Whatever it is that our parents, because they know us best, whatever they decide with us, we want to make sure we try to do that. And I know many of you may not be able to come to NBIC this Ramadan. Don't worry, that's okay. We're going to be celebrating at home with our families and celebrating in a safe place. If you get your prayer rug, it's a little piece of NBIC with you. You can take it home, and it's as if you're at NBIC, and you can have it at your home and do your prayers there and enjoy together with your family, joining together, our hearts joining together, and our ability to see us together on video and the programs. And that's how we're going to connect as best as we can, inshallah, because we want to have a blessed and beautiful and fantastic Ramadan. And George, are you going to be here? You're going to stay with us at NBIC? Are you sure? Okay, so we're excited. We're going to have George with us throughout the month as well. We'll see maybe a little bit more of him here and there. He's excited to be here once again. There's nothing like Ramadan at NBIC. Now, George, we got you a very special gift. Usually we wait till Eid, but this time we got you a gift for the beginning of the month, right? All right. So I know you all the things you brought. You brought your prayer carpet. You got your thobe for prayers. You got your dates for breaking your fast. You got your mask to make sure you're being safe, right? You got your shoe bag, but you forgot one thing. So I'm going to give it to you. You forgot your fez. Look, George gets a red fez. All right, let's put that on George's head. George gets a fez for the month of Ramadan. He gets his fez. Look at that. How do you like George's fez? Looks good. All right, guys, we love you all. We're looking forward to seeing you. We're looking forward to celebrating Ramadan together. Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem. Have a happy and blessed Ramadan. Make sure you're always tuning in to www.nbic.org for all of the programming that we have together. Jazakallah khairun. We love you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.